What is the real optimal human diet and how do I actually eat as a medic in exile? In this video, I will empower you and make you understand how you can find the diet that actually heals your body versus slowly poisoning yourself and killing yourself. And a little hint, it's not the animal-based diet that you see purported on Instagram and TikTok everywhere. There's lots of meat, lots of liver, lots of oysters. This is not the perfect human diet for most people. So keep on listening if you want to understand how you can actually optimize yourself.
The content presented here is all fake news.
With this diet, you will understand how to optimize your mitochondria, your gut health, how you optimize your energy levels, your hormone levels, which is the most important things you have. This is why I structured the diet the way it is in this video. And a little disclaimer, yes, in the future I will also post more what I eat in a day and more real life stories, but today we go to the theory because I need you to understand this. And this diet, by the way, it helped me massively. It helped me massively with my digestion. I do not get digestion issues anymore. I do not get bloating. I do not get fatigue, all these things. So this diet truly is a magic for me. So no matter if you want to get rid of food-caused diseases like obesity, like weight loss, if you want to gain more muscle, or if you have issues with your diet like eczema or psoriasis, then this video is for you and this diet might be the right one for you. To make it short and to not hold you longer, I will give you the diet right from the beginning. So you have it, and if you want to, then you can quit watching or you keep continue so you understand this, so you can easily integrate it into your life. The basis of the diet are carbohydrates. Yes, carbohydrates, don't be scared. And it's pretty much only fruits and raw honey. So all kind of fruits, all kind of honey. This is the staple and the bottom of the food pyramid I will be presenting to you. This should be 50% of your daily calories, fruits and raw honey. The next staple of the diet are animal proteins. This can be eggs, this can be red meat, this can be cheeses, this can be raw milk, this can be handmade dairy. All these things are on the second space of the food pyramid. This should be around 30% of your calories. On the third place, and this is the top of the pyramid, we have two equal groups. One of the groups is the fats. This should be the coconut oil, this should be the butters. Coconut oil, by the way, is a staple in this diet. And the second piece of this top of the pyramid is the round vegetables. This is the carrots, this is the potatoes, this is the sweet potatoes. Especially the carrots, this is the magic ingredient and the most important food group. You will understand later why. And this is pretty much the food pyramid split up. We have the baseline, we have the top, the meats, and then we have the two split up bottoms. And that's it. That's nutrition. It's that simple. Everything else is bullshit. So why do I actually eat this way? And why do so many others eat this way? And I have to give credit where credit is due. There is a guy named Ray Peat. He was a crazy dude, and he hated marketing. He hated selling himself. He just loved exploring things. And he kind of made the basis of this diet. There are some things I tweaked a little bit that just worked better for most people, but the basis credit of this diet go to Ray Peat. So credit where credit is due. Let me start how I actually came here. So I've been that dude that tried everything. I'm literally obsessed with nutrition and food and health. Maybe you always knew in your life this crazy dude. In university, I was always this crazy dude trying out the newest things, trying out biohacking. I sprayed insulin in my nose. I tried all the peptides. I tried stuff that you should not even be getting from the internet. I tried it all because I was so obsessed. So I also tried out naturally every diet. I had my phase where I was ketogenic. So I have been through the whole ketogenic thing, eating bacon, eating eggs, eating pork fat, eating always processed food. Like I eat sausages every day there. I was in my vegan phase where I was months on month I was vegan, and honestly, little disclaimer, this is the time where I felt the most awful in my life. So veganism, and I supplemented perfectly, at least from my understanding. Veganism, nothing. So I tried all these different diets. I did not try the 30 bananas a day diet because I'm not stupid enough to fall for that, but maybe one day I will also try out this diet. I tried out the plant-based diet. I tried out the animal-based diet. I tried out the carnivore diet. I tried them all out. And some of them, they have their merits. The vegan diet, it doesn't have its merits. I don't think vegan diet is a good diet for human health. If you do it for a spiritual reason, please, I'm your friend. I will not hate you there. I don't want a diet war to happen. And this is the main reason with all these diets. The people fighting themselves, the diet wars, the vegans hating the animal base and everybody fighting. But we should not be fighting each other. We should be fighting the toxic foods. Because if you're a vegan and you're not eating processed foods, then you're 99% better than all the other people stuffing themselves with processed food and sugar and chips and all that shit. Same goes for the animal-based dude. If you're eating an animal-based diet and you're not eating the toxic shit, then you're 99% better than all these other people. And that's the thing that should connect us. It's us against them. And it's not you and me against them. And that's not the fight we should be fighting. We should be fighting the big toxic foods. That's a topic for another video. Today we will talk about the optimal-based diet. So I tried all these diets. There were some that are better than others. There are some diets that are just cool for short-term remedies. The carnivore diet for a few weeks to reset your gut is fantastic. The vegan diet, I don't think it's fantastic at all. The keto diet is fantastic if you have epilepsy, if you have metabolic issues. You can try out all these things, but they always come back, and sometimes they will be interesting again. I promise you, in the next 10 years, we will see some kind of rebranding of the keto diet. We will see some kind of rebranding of the vegan diet, of the plant-based diet. They're like sinus waves that come back and come forth. There was the Atkins diet in the 1970s, and there was this keto diet in the 90s, the keto diet in the 2010s. These diets, they come and go because they're new and interesting and cool to sell. The diet, I'm telling you, it's not very sexy to sell. Maybe I did just not find the marketing idea to sell it, but I don't care. I will give it to you for free because I just want people to be healthy. To take it in a nutshell, the diets come and go, like the fashion styles and the music styles, they come and go. But this one dude that break out of this sinus waves, this one dude, he understood the thing that is most important about dieting. And it's not the short-term remedies. It's not the short-term feeling better, the short-term effects. It's how your mitochondria feel on a cellular level. And your mitochondria, that's probably the most important thing you ever learned in school. The mitochondria are the powerhouses of the cells. So the mitochondria power our metabolism. If your mitochondria are healthy, you're healthy. The more we understand about mitochondria, and I think this is fascinating, the more we understand that they are the reason for many diseases. They are the reason why we feel healthy. So optimizing the mitochondria is the number one thing. And the second thing is the gut and the hormones. If our gut is healthy, the gut communicates with your brain via the vagus nerve. If your gut is healthy, then your brain is healthy. And if your gut is healthy, then your whole body is healthy. And if your hormones are healthy, then your whole body can communicate in a healthy way. So optimizing the mitochondria, the gut and the hormones, the thyroid hormones, the sex hormones, that's the way to be healthy. And this one dude, he broke out of the matrix, and that one dude was Ray Peat. And Ray Peat understood something that all the others do not understand with their diet. And that might sound esoteric bullshit to some people, but it's not, and it's energetic. We are energetic beings. We are beings that are vibrating on a mitochondrial level. And the mitochondria, as I said, are the powerhouses of the cells. And if we are eating a diet that optimizes the mitochondria, then we are healthy. So come with me and let's have a look at what the other diets are doing wrong and what our diet is doing right. Let's start the first diet analyzing the carnivore diet and the animal-based diet. What are they doing good? They're giving you lots of nutrient-dense food. They're giving you lots of animal protein. So this is something that we can take for our diet. Animal proteins are good. Raw cheese, raw dairy, raw meat. No, raw meat, no, that's full of parasites. But real meat, red meat. So that's great for us because it has proteins, because it has nutrients in huge amounts like liposomal, vitamin B1, B12, iron, all these things that we need to function properly. That gives it that. Great. It's also good that it's a high protein intake and a high saturated fat intake because we need saturated fats for our hormone levels. So that's another thing the carnivore diet does well. It optimizes our hormone level. The problem is with the carnivore diets, and there's two main problems for a long-term diet. It's very hard on the digestion. Meat is very hard on the digestion. It needs a very acidic level to be digested properly, and it sits and rots in our stomach for a long, long time. So it's very hard to really be energetic and full of energy and have a digestive health that's to the top with the carnivore diet. I know many carnivores and animal-based people that after some time they had issues with their digestion. This is one of the issues. And the other one is it's a lower carb diet. The main focus is still the meats, but this meat focus actually means that your body runs on a system that it's not preferentially doing. Our body is made to run on glucose. Our cells and our mitochondria, and here we have this keyword again, you will hear it a few times, are made to run on glucose and quick energy. This is not what the animal-based and the carnivore diet promoting. They're promoting a mainly fat energy, protein energy, and using these systems that signals your body that there's a stressed phase, because our body, yes, we can survive on ketosis, and yes, we can survive on lots of fat, but that's not how we are optimally designed. And we need to see our body as a machine that runs optimally, that has optimal thyroid levels, that runs really fast. And if you're following this diet that I explained you, then your body will actually burn more fat. You will actually feel hotter because you have more thyroid hormones, because your body works optimally. So this is the issue, and it's also missing out on starchy vegetables. Starchy vegetables like carrots, they have so many vitamins, and we need these carotenoids. You will understand also why we need these carotenoids, because we need the sun to be healthy. The sun is the optimizer for our mitochondria. You're choosing this diet specifically so our body is more efficient in absorbing and using the sun. If you're not in the sun, then this diet, by the way, is not for you. You can click out now. If you believe the sun is unhealthy, then this video is not for you, because you need to first understand that the sun is the main driver of health. And this diet optimizes you in a way that you can optimally use the sun as an engine, as fuel. And now to the other diet I want to talk about. It's the vegan diet. So the vegan diet runs mostly on plants, on vegetables, on fruits. What is great about it? These are easy to digest. Fruits take 30 minutes in your digestive tract, so they're really easy to digest and they go out quickly and they give you quick energy, and that's the biggest upside of the plant-based diet. Quick, fast energy. But it also has its downsides. This focus on all these vegetables, they all have plant chemicals, and I know these plant defense chemicals, it's not the end of the world, but consuming huge amount of spinach and huge amount of oxalates can just for some people aggravate issues like rheumatoid arthritis, like inflammatory issues. So cutting out these vegetables in general for most of the population just is some good advice. It also has the problem that it doesn't have enough protein to sustain our body. And all these plant proteins like tofu and stuff, they're awful for our body. They are not good. I explained this in other videos. Just trust me on this part. This way, the vegan diet and the plant-based diet can never be healthy. These two ends of the spectrum, the carnivore animal-based diet and the plant-based vegan diet, they both have things that are great and they both have things that suck. That's why we take the best and we synthesize and we make the optimal human-based diet. And just one part for the science-based influencers, you know who I'm talking to, Dr. Lane. They always talk that only calories matter. You need to understand this. Yes, calories matter. If you want to optimize losing fat and gaining weight, then calories are the best. And all these people, they come from a bodybuilding-based background, and calorie counting there makes a lot of sense to optimize your body composition. Calories has nothing to do with health. Nothing. It doesn't optimize your mitochondria, your gut, your thyroid. You can eat Twinkies and McDonald's on a calorie-based diet and you can lose weight for sure. But will you be optimally metabolically healthy? No. Will you increase your chance of getting diseases? Yes. So calorie counting, forget that. If you want to live a healthy, non-toxin life, calorie counting is... throw that out. The 5 reasons why we consume this diet explained in a nutshell. The first one is it's toxin-free, which is already the most important part. The diet I'm proposing to you, it already has that for itself. But the other diets do that too. The plant-based or the vegan diet and the carnivore diet, you're also not allowed to eat processed food and other toxic foods. So we already have that there, but it's toxin-free, the diet. The second reason why you should be following that diet. It optimizes the gut health. And the gut health is so massively important. We're just waking up to all that area of the microbes in your gut and how important they are. The third one is it optimizes your thyroid and hormonal health. And this is also the basis for your mitochondrial health. On our food pyramid diet, how could a day of optimal eating look like, and what is actually allowed, also based on Ray Peat and based on my experiences? I usually, and I will take you to a whole day of eating, I usually start my day with drinking some coffee. I don't add anything, I just drink a black coffee. I try to drink a coffee that is mold-free, I try to drink a coffee that is plastic-free, but just a black coffee. Black coffee actually optimizes your thyroid health. For some people that are extremely stressed and anxious and have high blood pressure, I would not recommend coffee, but in general, drinking some coffee is not the end of the world. Then afterwards, I fast for a few hours. This is something that some people, they need to eat immediately. If you have a really, really fast metabolism, if you're really, really hard to gain weight, then I would actually recommend you start the day with some fruits, start the day with some easily digestible, fast carbohydrates. I don't need it. I'm working better, and I found that out for myself, if I fast the first few hours. Then I have a meal that is very simple. It always consists of 4 pasture-raised, free, happy eggs cooked in butter or coconut oil. Some days, together with those eggs, I have some carrots, sometimes I have some apples, some fruits, and that's it. That's the first meal of the day. This already optimizes your hormone health. You need those cholesterol levels to build up maximum levels of testosterone, of estrogen, of thyroid health. You have a lot of protein with those eggs. You have very simple, easily digestible carbohydrates from either the carrots or the fruit. You have a shitload of nutrients in that meal that fuels up your body. Then I wait a few hours and then I make my detox smoothie. I talked about this quite often, but I still strongly believe that the modern life, we are not made to live with all these toxins. So I make a smoothie with, it always differs, sometimes with cilantro, with raw honey, with a banana, with some other fruits whatever I like, wild blueberries, or it could also be a papaya with papaya seeds. Then I add usually some chlorella because it has lots of chlorophyll, and I mix it up and I drink it. And that also gives me a lot of energy, that draws out toxins out of my body, which is a great thing, and that aligns with the whole diet scheme. And then for dinner, I have usually a very big dinner together with my family, whatever my wife cooks. So that could be something like ground beef, half a kilo of ground beef. That could be some eggs, some cheese. Sometimes I drink a big glass of raw dairy with it, raw milk. Sometimes it could be carrots baked with some cheese, dipped in cheese, the carrots. And that's pretty much the day-on-day life basis. In between, depending on my activity levels, I will have more fruits and more raw honey. So if I'm walking all day, if I'm on vacation, then I'm always snacking on fruits, because fruits give us quick digestible energy. They give us quick carbs, and they give us a lot of bionutrients that are amazing for our body. Why do I eat these carrots carrots, by the way. These carrots, they have carotenoids, the same as the crustaceans on the outside of their skin. What these carotenoids do, and this is all based also on Jack Kruse's work. Props to Jack Kruse, who is the guy that pretty much claims that the sun heals everything. He's a neurosurgeon, retired. He left centralized medicine and he's healing people now with the sun. And the sun is extremely crucial. And what these carotenoids do, they go inside your skin and they actually make you able to not be burned by the sun. They make you optimize the sun intake. And I want you to understand that you cannot be healthy if you do not get enough sun. Even in winter, even like right now I have a slight flu, slightly sick, but I don't really get terribly sick. Like I get better after hours or days. This is because my body also works in the sun. Whenever I'm sick, I get the immediate urge to eat more carrots, eat more eggs, and get out in the sun, because the sun actually heals us. I will make more videos about the sun, but eating the way I told you, eating the animal products and eating the carrots and the starchy vegetables actually optimizes the way your body can use the sun. And optimizing the way your body can use the sun optimizes your mitochondria, which in turn optimizes your thyroid health and your hormonal health. So in a nutshell, that's it. That's the diet. I will post the diet also down in the description so you can get some inspiration. You can vary this diet to your needs, but that's a very simple, basic diet plan you can follow that will definitely be toxin free and improve your health rather than destroying your health. If you don't have inflammation or you're not sensitive to oxalates, then you don't need to quit out all vegetables. If you're eating vegetables, that's still better than most what people eat. If you found a way to quit all the processed foods and you like the way you're eating, then please stay with that. This is just a little bit of the optimization to live a long and healthy and disease-free life. One last word. After now almost 2 decades in the whole nutrition, food, health, alternative health scene, I realized the most important thing is actually not stacking things on top of your life, taking more supplements, doing more infrared saunas, doing more of these things. It's living in a way that is non-toxic, that is toxin-free, cutting out all that bullshit. If you're cutting out the perfumes and fragrances, if you're cutting out the toxic foods, that's what is the really big improvement. Adding new things on top is fine, you can play around with this, but this whole biohacking scheme, that's not the end-all answer. Try to imagine how your grandma lived in the 1940s, 1950s. That was the optimal way of living. I want to end this video with the props, where the props go to Ray Peat and Jack Kruse and all these other people that influenced me all these years, Barbara O'Neill. I want to tell you that the sun heals you. Sunshine is the most healing thing you can get on your body. Ignore the sunglasses, ignore the sunscreen. The sun is the magic healer.